This motorcycle is a 1985 Honda Shadow. It's a VT1100C and the horns don't work on this bike. So in this video I'm going to show you how I found the problem with the horn circuit. It always helps to have a wiring schematic so you can see how things are wired up. I'm not sure I can show the actual schematic in this video for copyright reasons, so I went ahead and drew this up. This is your horn circuit on this motorcycle. You have your battery, which goes to your main fuse, which goes to your ignition switch, to your horn brake light fuse, down to your horn switch, and to your low frequency and high frequency horn. Before I actually start to troubleshoot the circuit with a digital multimeter, there's a few things that I already know about the circuit. I know that my battery is fully charged and in good shape. It's 12.6 volts or higher. I know that my main fuse and my ignition switch is in good condition because every other electrical circuit on this bike works. And I know that my horn and brake light fuse is in good condition because my brake lights work. So the problem with this circuit either lies in connectors, wires, it could be a bad horn switch, it could be bad grounds, or the horns themselves are in bad condition. The first things I'll do to troubleshoot the circuit is turn my ignition switch on and press my horn switch down and check for 12 volts at this connector and this connector. If I don't find the 12 volts, I'll work my way back through the circuit, checking and inspecting each wire and connector, and I'll do that until I find the source of my problem. I wrote these in here just to show you that I didn't include all the connectors in the circuit, so that's why it's always good to have a wiring schematic, but I would check every connector and inspect the wires until I find the problem. If I find 12 volts here on my horn switch but not here when I press the horn switch, then I know that my horn switch is a problem. If I do find 12 volts here and here, then I'll check my ground using an ohmmeter. Disconnect a wire here, make sure I've got a good ground. If I don't, I'll do the same thing and work my way back, checking the wires and connectors until I find my problem. If I do find 12 volts here and here and my grounds are good, then I know that my problem is with the horns themselves. Here are my horns on the front of the bike. This is my low frequency horn and my high frequency, and I've got two wires going into each of them. The light green wire is my power and the other one is my ground, so I'm going to remove the power wire and check it for 12 volts when I turn the key and press the horn switch. So I've got my meter set up to check for voltage on the power wire. I turn my key on and hit the horn switch, and you see I've got power to the wire. And checking for power on the other horn, I also have power coming to the horn. So now I'm going to check the ground wire. I've got my meter set to the ohm setting, got my negative lead grounded. I'm going to plug my red lead into the ground wire, and my meter should drop close to 0, and it does. So I've got so my ground wire is ground. And for the other side, it's also ground. I think what happened with this bike is it's old and it's it's been sitting outside, and the electromagnet inside of the horns has just gotten corroded and it doesn't work anymore. You can see here the rust that's dripped out from the inside of the horn. So what I'm going to do now is take the horn off and show you how you can check a horn that's used on a 12 volt system. So here's my low frequency horn. I know it's my low frequency because it says 12VL. The high frequency says 12VH. There's an electromagnet inside of the horn, and if you connect your ohmmeter leads to these connection points, you should get some continuity. And you can see when I connect my meter, I don't get anything. So there's one more test you can do that I know of, and I'll do that next. The next test is to connect the horn directly to the battery, and it should make a noise. I don't think it matters, but this is the connector for the plus 12 volts, so I'll connect that to my positive post on my battery. Make sure you don't short this out and cause any problems. And then connect the other lead to the negative post on my battery, and I should hear something. And you can see that I don't, so there's definitely something wrong with this horn. Unfortunately, they still make the high frequency horn, but this low frequency is discontinued, so I'm going to have to find a used one online or something. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section and I'll do my best to answer them, and thanks for watching.